Mohamad Fakih is a Lebanese-Canadian businessperson, community leader, and philanthropist. He is the founder of the Middle Eastern Halal restaurant chain, Paramount Fine Foods. Fakih emigrated to Canada from Lebanon, where he was a practicing gemologist in 1996. In 2006, he purchased a nearly bankrupt shawarma restaurant in Mississauga. That purchase has turned into an 85-restaurant global franchise, one that is helping to change how Middle Eastern food is viewed and consumed. He is bridging cultures, differences, and correcting misperceptions through the sharing of food at a time when much of the world is moving apart. Fakih is motivated by a strong sense of justice and fairness, and his philanthropic and community service activities are legendary. In 2018, Mayor Bonnie Crombie announced that Mississauga Sports Arena was to be named the Paramount Fine Foods Center after the company purchased the naming rights. In 2017, after a gunman targeted Muslims at a prayer in Quebec, killing 6, Mr. Fakih paid for funeral expenses for the victims and repairs to the mosque. During a stretch of minus 30-degree weather in December of 2017, when Toronto's housing shelters were at capacity, Mr. Fakih helped pay for dozens of hotel rooms for the homeless. At the height of the 2011 Syrian refugee crisis, he traveled to Syria to the front lines to better understand relief efforts, and has since hired more than 150 refugees in his restaurants. He spearheaded the raising of $125,000 in 24 hours for the families displaced by a fire in St. Jamestown, Toronto. In 2018, he raised nearly $6 million, including matching funds by the Canadian federal government, for the families of victims killed by the downing of Flight 957. He visited his homeland of Lebanon shortly after the August 2020 explosion and stayed there for days to raise awareness and support relief efforts. The coalition raised $17.2 million for relief in the city. Fakih and Paramount donated tens of thousands of meals from the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, efforts he often participates in personally. Meals are distributed to homeless encampments, women's shelters, frontline workers, food banks, and others in need. In November 2019, he was awarded the key to the city of Mississauga by Mayor Bonnie Crombie. He is only the third person to receive such an honor. On November 27, 2019, Fakih was named the most admired CEO in Canada by Waterstone Human Capital's Awards, one of the highest accolades a Canadian business leader can receive. He was also named the 2019 Business Person of the Year by the Mississauga Board of Trade, and in 2018 was named a UNHCR ambassador with the honor of hosting a conversation with Malala Yousafzai during her visit to Toronto. In the fall of 2018, Mr. Fakih was awarded an honorary doctorate from Ryerson University for his contributions to Canadian society, and in the same year, the Toronto Region Board of Trade named him its Business Leader of the Year, one of several such accolades he received that year alone. Mohamad Fakih continues to give back to society and is an inspiration for others to follow. Thank you, Mohamad, and welcome to Legends Road.